This video is about making a template for a dynamic quote. Now, why you might want to do that, you want to build a quote as quickly as you possibly can and send it out to a customer as fast as you can. To do that, you want to create some templates with the common things that you do so you can send them out as quickly as possible. I'm going to show you how to do that. So here we have our customer, Brian Adams. We go down to quotes and sheets and we click the plus sign to make a new quote. And here we have a list of all the templates that we've made before. We're going to make a new one. New quote, brief summary, artificial grass supply and fit. How long is it going to take on average? 3 days. Show VAT, single project, type of quote, dynamic. And would you like to make this into a template? Yes. Now, dynamic quote means that we can change one value and link them in a ratio, and they're all going to change at the same time. So I'll show you how we do that. So we save this. Anything we do now is going to save onto this template so we can use it again. So let's add some line items. The plus sign there, add a new line. Materials. Let's say, for example, we're going to do 100 square meters of artificial grass. We've already got the price of that from our price list. I'll show you how to do that in a second, but it's on another video. And we update it. It's given us the price here. Next one, we might have 50 metric tons of sand. As we don't have that in our price list, we can quickly add it. Say we buy at 30, set it at 50 to our customer, save it, and it'll remember it for next time. So if I go back and put in 25 metric, it's going to pop up with that again and fill it for us. This time though, I'm going to put in metric tons of aggregate or rock, because I can't spell aggregate. Save it. So now you can see that we're building up a list of this quote of the items that we need to perform this job, and we'll do it as quickly as possible because this can go on forever. We might put labor in. We might say it's going to be days, 1 day for 2 men, or 3 days for 2 men. Installers. Might cost us £100 a day if we were lucky, and we would sell them to the customer at £150 a day, and we'll update that. Similarly, we might not want to put that on. We might want to go on a fitting rate. So we've got 100 square meters, and we might have fitting or installation M2 of £40 and £60, let's say that. Update template. Or we might put a fixed price, or any of the other options that we've got down here. Waste disposal is going to be one of those, I imagine, so we'll put that in. Waste disposal, we might have 2 skips or something like that. I might want to save because they're kind of variable. So as you can see now, we have got our line items. If we want to make this dynamic, we just click this little button up here, and then it's going to remember these ratios so that next time, if I come along and I say, look, I've got 200 square meters of artificial grass, it just changes all of these values. So that makes it even quicker for us. 220. You're still going to have to do a little bit of editing here and there, but it makes it super fast. So we'll update the template with those ratios on. So it's important to do it right the first time, because you may want several of these. And the next fields that we want to fill in further down here, quote dimensions. Well, this is artificial grass, so we might want to have different cuts, but let's just say it's rear garden. We put this in before, it probably would have worked out square meters that we actually required, so that would have been neat. But Save. Description of work proposed. Now, this is where you probably want to paste it from your existing template, Word document that you've been sending out to your customers previously, or create one from the fly. This is covered in another video about how to go really granular on this. But, you know, anything we put in here is going to be remembered, so it won't be wasted. So you want to make it look as nice as possible, because you want to do less and as little typing as you can as you go forward, because you're obviously everyone's busy. You know, uplift, old, tough, you know, down, cut and fit new grass. Etc. You get the idea. You might want to put some pictures in here of existing jobs or previous jobs that you've done, logos, qualifications, all those sort of things to make it look nice in your quote that you send out. I'll just stick that one in a minute. And then possibly down here, you're going to have your terms and conditions. Ideally, a link to your website for those is better, or a PDF which you can upload. Points to note, you know, we need access, we need water, just the sort of stuff that's put in there because your customer's never going to read the terms and conditions, and we save it. All of these things below that then are optional, just to fill it out. So it's best spending the time to do it. Finally, before we sign this one off, we might not want to show our customer the entire line item. So as it is at the minute, we've got description, materials, artificial grass. We're going to tell them that it's 220 square meters, and we're going to be charging them, you know, £20 plus VAT, which is going to come out to 5280. You might want to just cover all of these up and give them one price at the bottom. So for that, you would go through the list of these options about how you want to show it to your customer. You know, they're conveniently located as the show them everything and kind of show them nothing down the bottom. We'll choose that one, update the template. And then this quote is basically ready to go. So we will send that quote out to our customer. Off it goes. You can see that we've hidden that. We've got a total price and a deposit price. So in a nutshell, that's basically how to create another template. Now, obviously, if I go back and I want to find it again, I just go back, select, and that one was called at the bottom, which was artificial grass supply and fit D, and then off we go, create, and it will have everything that we put in there. Actually, this is the one from the previous video I did, but you get the idea. So if I've got a new customer with, you know, 200, I update it, I send it. I didn't point out in the last one that you've got options, so you might want to put in, you know, a different type of grass, and then, you know, how much that's going to cost, etc., etc. So all good. If I want to edit this one now, so say for instance I've made this, I'm happy with it, but actually I've got a few extra things I want to add to it. I go back up here on the little edit summary. If I click that, I can now change this quote again by clicking yes, or use it in actual fact as the basis for an entirely new quote. So whatever I do, if I want to use this as a basis of another one, and I say, you know, this is going to be luxury grass supply, I change it. You know, not applicable, blah, 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 dynamic, save. And then I've got the option now to use this as a template again to create an entirely new template. So, you know, that might be very similar, except I'm not going to put any labor on it. I update the template and I can call it again. Now, finally on this video, if you want to get rid of these, you go up to your settings, templates, quote templates, and here's all your templates. So you can edit the names of them if you want to, or you can delete them. As you can see, so I'm just going to delete that one. And we start again. So that, in a nutshell, is how to create a dynamic template for your quotes.